ticking. What are you doing? How did you and Paris meet, and where did the name Chouquette come from? So we met through friends. I had a bad day at work, and normally I'd always go back home after work, and
We'll have zero practice. I just got here.
that's okay.
You've
Smell
been
nice.
chatting for hours,
All day.
and I've been running around the house. So yeah,
No, I'm
introduce me. They
talking.
might not know who I am.
This is Paris. I'm cold
Hiya.
and you're warm. Yeah, so I had a really bad day at work. Normally I'd just go straight home, and a friend from my hometown had moved to, don't look at me, had moved to just by Harrods, and she said, do I want to come out? I said no. She was like, come on, come out. She's really crazy. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll go out. And I was breaking up with my boyfriend at the time, weren't I?
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we were basically nearly finished, and went out with her, went to the Mayfair bar, which I never normally go places like that, neither does he, and we were introduced. I was learning French at the time, and I was like, oh, enchanté. And he didn't move his head, like, to show how you kiss me. I went to kiss him, give the 2 kisses, which people do in Chelsea.
I was being
And
cool
I was
at the
like,
bar
"Ah,
with
salut,
my friend,
salut,
and then
enchanté."
this blonde girl comes and interrupts me. So I'm like,
Did I? So I went like this. And he didn't move his head like that. How rude.
and I was like, hi, and then I started chatting with my friend.
Rude. And I'd never had that happen to me.
Well, I
ever.
just saw like some blonde girl like walking in. I had no idea who you were. I wasn't gonna entertain you, was I?
And also, in all honesty, those kind of places are full of a bit like,
Yeah.
not everyone, but you have to be careful with the kind of girls that are there. I don't want to say too much and offend people, but yeah, I get it. And a really funny thing now is that when we go to like a local bar, I'll see the Essex kind of looking girls, and you just can't wear that stuff around Chelsea because you really stand out. And now I get it, and back then, you know, I wouldn't change a thing. I used to go out in like leopard print dresses and stuff, didn't I? And I loved it.
I used to get jealous at first.
Yeah, because I think that's a French thing.
Because we were very French at school. Like girls wore like conservative clothes, pants, jumpers.
Oh yeah, you're French,
roll
of
necks.
course. That's like that.
And
I'm
then there's
from
you
Essex.
in your leopard print miniskirts
Yeah.
going out. Oh, I'm gonna out with my friends. I'm
You
like,
didn't get
you
it.
look like you're going out on the pool or something. So.
No, you said hooker, escort.
Yeah, well then.
No, but I did get it. I was like, sorry, what? But I did get it, because when you go out in Chelsea, the people that were dressed like me were the escorts, and in Essex it's very acceptable. It wasn't tarty.
And
I
I
was
live
not
here, I
a
know.
tart.
You get
wasn't
served tea
slutty.
at breakfast. It's girls in miniskirts in Essex.
Yeah, yeah, and like, you know, it's not bad. It's just culture difference. So yeah, and I wouldn't change a thing, and I think we laugh about it now. So do you want to explain where my name Chouquette comes from?
Yeah, well, when you said you wanted a blog, well, can I turn it a little bit?
Yeah. I did the Harrods blog, and I was saying how interested I was in it. I love doing it. I'd love to do it myself.
Yeah, my story.
Okay.
So you were working at Harrods, the time you were like a personal stylist, and I was, I'll start again. I don't even know when I was starting.
Chouquette.
Yeah. So yeah, you were Harris doing your personal styling thing, and I was setting up my business, and I was like, well, maybe you should set up your own business as well. And I was like, I need to give you a name and do your website.
That is not what happened.
No, that's not what happened.
You weren't setting up your business then.
What was I doing then?
Nothing. No, it wasn't not doing nothing. You were trying to find what you wanted to do.
Well, let's start again.
It's okay. It's all natural. We don't edit here. I was saying you can join in when you remember, because you got a bad memory. So he left the bank. He didn't want to do it anymore, and it's a long process. Like when someone just asks, "Is it too late to change your mind?" The answer is no. But it does take a long process. You can't force it. Within that time,
Why are you filming the corner and I'm pushing you
Oh,
to
am
try
I?
and get in the middle?
I probably was like
Let
that
me
the whole
turn this.
time. Okay, yeah, because I have all white, but now you're there, it's fine. So, what was we saying?
What
Yeah.
were we saying?
Yeah, so, oh, sorry.
Such an essay.
Sorry, what were we saying? So yeah, it's a long process to find what you want to do. And instead of doing nothing, he was helping me set up my business, which is actually what took it from, I just wanted to like do it for fun, something that I love, bit of pocket money each month whilst he was working. That was my like thought process. I never thought I'd actually do really well. But because he actually helped me and like set the foundations for it really well, it ended up being what it is today. And he just said, oh, I'll set you up. You keep going on about you really want to have a blog. I set you one up. And there was like bloggers back then had the Blogspot, don't they? Blogspot website, which is a really like crappy kind of blog to have. Like no one has them now, but because he's a bit of a tech geek, he actually made this whole website on WordPress, which is really common now but wasn't back then. And I said, right, so you've made me a blog, what have you called it? I thought, this was back in the day when you wouldn't use your own name. You would have like Cakes and Cashmere, you know, it was that kind of phase. And I was like, oh no, what have you called it? And you said, I just called it Chouquette because that is what he calls me. So do you want to say why you call me Chouquette? I'm hungry.
Well, because you look like a little puff pastry, don't you?
Yeah.
Like a little choux.
Yeah.
And then Chouquette is my favorite French breakfast. A lot of English people say croissant, they call croissant pain au chocolat, Chouquette, torsade. Everything is a croissant, but like, there's actually different names for every little pastry for breakfast.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes on your croissant now.
And the small puff pastries with sugar are called Chouquette. And I thought you'd look cute, small, like you, and round, like you.
Yeah, people think that it's like offensive, but I think it's cute. And then it just stuck, and the reason why I haven't changed it, I'm so always tempted to go to my name, so let me know what you think if I should just have my name Claire Chanel. But because Chouquette is actually personal to me, and it is what he calls me, like he calls me Shoesy, Shooky, Shoes, I don't mind it. Okay, I'm going to leave these now for another one. Please let me know if you want me to carry on my questions, because I literally have about 100 more. And I think what I'll do... Oh, can I answer this one? How do you deal with other people's jealousy? Should I answer that one before we do yours?
Yeah, you can do that.
So jealousy, I think it happens, like you're either a jealous person or you're not a jealous person. And I honestly am not a jealous person. Do you think I'm jealous?
No, you're the least jealous person.
I'm the opposite. So you actually used to get annoyed about it at the start.
I could call girls in the street, be like, hoo-hoo, and bring them home. You'd be like, oh, hi, how are you?
Like when we first met and when we first got to Lula, like I think when we first got to Lula, or maybe you had a puppy or something, he was waiting for me outside Harrods. This is an example, you remember?
Oh yeah, she was pretty brunette, little girl.
No, but no, like this happens all the time. I'm talking about the one where you had like 8 girls around you and you were sitting in the middle. He was waiting for me opposite Harrods in the cafe. I came out.
Yeah, that's it, but I only remember one of them.
Okay. So he was sitting and he was just surrounded by really hot girls all wanting to hold Tallulah and all this. And when I came out, they were a bit like, oh, is that your girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, she's so cute. And I started talking to everyone and then we had like a whole chat. I'm just not that kind of person. My sister's not, my mum's not. It's just not really, like, none of my friends are. You're not, are you? Like, you would never look at another man and be like, I really want that watch, I really want that car.
Oh no, the least someone has, the more I respect it. It's the opposite of flashiness.
Yeah.
If you've got nothing and live in a hut, I respect you.
Yeah, it's true. The only thing I ever have heard you say is when someone's got like a really amazing dog and you're like, oh, I want that dog. Yeah, so we're both really not like that. So I do struggle to understand how people can be like that, but I just think that it's their problem, not mine. Like, I once read that if you're putting so much energy into, like, say I was jealous of someone and I was really trying to bring them down and I'm telling people not to like that person and not work for them, that is not going to make that person like not succeed or fail. It's not going to do anything to that person. I'm just going to fill my life with negativity and I'm putting so much energy into hating on that person, I'm not going to achieve anything. So I just see it as their problem, and if anything, it motivates me to do better. And there was another question that's just next to this that relates, that I'm going to just quickly answer. That is, has blogging damaged your friendships and been bad for your friendships? And actually it's the opposite, because the friends that I've had before blogging
I'm trying to push the can of Coke so I don't.
that I have blogging, I'm still
thought-
friends with, and the only like it's actually a good thing because it helped me sieve out all the people that weren't friends with me for the right intentions. So actually, it's been amazing because it's helped me like see who is my true friend, and pretty much 90% of them like are great friends. Still. It keeps cutting out. It's been filming this for so long. So yeah, to answer the question of dealing with jealous people, like it's toxic, walk away from it, use it to motivate you, and just understand that it's their problem, and sometimes they can't help it because jealousy is just a part of their character. And I always say to that person, if I ever actually can know who it is, I just say like, put that energy into your own life and you'll actually do really well.
Yeah, I never realized how many people were that jealous before you did your blogging.
Yeah, but girls are worse than boys.
Yeah, maybe that's why,
It's
because
true.
I got involved in the girls' industry.
Exactly, he's really like before we used to work with each other. Like he'd be like, "Why are you so down today?" And it's not like trolls or anything like that. It's like it can be anything. It can be just people being jealous or hating or competitiveness, and like sometimes it does get you down. And I'll be alright after 10 minutes because it's human nature. And he'd be like, "Don't understand." And then now he's fully immersed in this industry. Sometimes he's like, "Whoa, did she just really do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Yes, she did." And he's like, "You're joking, right?" And he couldn't fathom how someone could do that. Like some of the stuff that's happened to me are shocking. And yeah, I even had it before blogging, I think. But
And the worst are the ones that say they're not jealous. I'm not jealous, but I'm abusing you anyway.
yeah, but I think I was the worst. Okay, do you want to answer your questions?
Yeah, I need to get them out. So, do I get the screenshots or do I go on my thing?
Whatever you want. Just go on the screenshots, I think.
How does it work? I never go on Instagram, so I don't really know how to use it well.
Oh, his friend.
You're
So
my
what-
friend's question.
So one of my... Are you okay? So one of my best friends... Oh my god, he's done what Vic done.
What?
Bombarded you with stupid questions. So one of my best friends bombarded me with really disgusting questions, and I actually blocked her. I've got to unblock her actually, and his best friend has done it to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's ignore his. Are you single? As your cousin, are you single and ready to mingle?
Yeah, that's my cousin, so he's part of the silly questions.
Okay. What is your original origin? Just for people that have just clicked in, this is the second part of the Q&A, because I think it's going to be too long, and now you've asked Paris some questions and he's going to answer. What is your original origin?
So where I come from?
Yeah.
So born in France, my dad is half Russian, half French, my mom is Greek Cypriot, and I've been raised in many countries, so I'm a mixture of everything. International.
Yeah. Did you say where you've lived? Oops.
Yes, some people have asked where I've lived.
Brussels, Moscow, south of France, Paris, London.
Yeah, and I've been in the Caribbean as well.
This is a good question. Are you irritated? Ooh. Are you irritated and want to relax in a restaurant, but your spouse needs to film, take a picture? That's a good question. Because you should explain how you used to look at it when you wasn't working
Yeah,
with
that's
me
true.
versus
No, because
now.
a lot
That's
of
really
guys
good
as well,
question.
when I'm taking pictures of you, or you're taking a picture of yourself, and we're in a restaurant or in a public place, a lot of guys are like, "Oh, I know how you feel. My wife makes me do it all the time." And yeah, because initially, if it's not your job, I do understand it's time consuming and distracting and kind of annoying. But now that it's my full-time job with you, I do see the intent of taking a moment for pictures or for videos.
I'll share mine. So we'd go to a restaurant, for example, or leaving the house, and I would say, "Can you take a picture?" Sometimes he would, other times he point blank refused, other times it would be an argument, and I used to understand because it's quite annoying, and I would say to him, like, "I'm trying to do this as a job," and I understood his perspective, that he was like, "Yeah, but you're not making any money, like, I'm sick of doing this all the time." And I was like, "Okay, fine, fair enough." So if you didn't do it, it was hit and miss. I'd have the get over it after 5 minutes. then when he started working with me, he understands that, like, I think we're both quite good, like, especially me, the one taking the pictures. I don't film in restaurants if there's loads of people. I don't film by the pool if there's loads of people. We do make sure that we have, like, nice meal. Like, I'll do it for the first 30 seconds and then that's fine. And usually, if I'm showing you my outfit for dinner, usually we're leaving at like 9 p.m. when it's dark anyway, so actually I've taken the picture during the day and then our evening is our evening. So because this is our job, we actually have like a routine and we make sure that our time is our time. But yeah, for any husbands or boyfriends that don't want to take the picture, I understand, because if you're not doing it as a full-time job and they don't see the revenue coming back from it, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel you are an Instagram husband? That's the same person.
Yeah, well, the answer is yes.
I don't think you are an Instagram husband, because I think maybe she doesn't know that you're 50% of what we do.
Oh, okay, so
you're not an Instagram. An Instagram husband is someone
I am an Instagram without the husband.
I don't know, but I think an Instagram husband is someone that is a supportive husband that has to deal with all the crap of someone wanting to take pictures and you're really supportive. And then there's the other kind of Instagram husband where you're actually taking 50% of the job roles, like photography, video editing, taxes, contracts.
Legal.
When was Shuket the one?
When was Shuket the one?
Yeah, when did you realise I was the one?
A month and 3 days after we met.
I actually think it was.
I don't know, I think it was gradual.
Well, of course it's gradual. It's gradual.
I think it's when I realized you were not actually a bimbo and you were actually a super smart lady. Hidden in a bimbo body.
Outfit.
Yeah, that's when I realized that was my dream girl.
And I remember when it was, you went to France and you said that you realised leaving me. You went to that wedding, remember?
Oh yeah, I went to a wedding. Yeah,
and you told me you loved me before you went.
Yeah, no, and it is true that you're not my friend's type, because all my friends always were more conservative, like girls.
I wasn't a floozy.
Was
I?
No, but
I wasn't a floozy.
Sorry?
I wasn't a slut.
That's what I'm saying. You're not.
No, but they might think you think I was a whore or something, and I wasn't.
No, they're always more into brunettes, more into girls that don't dress up, don't wear makeup and all that. And I was the only one of the group that liked the opposite style. And when I met you, I was like, oh, I finally met one like that. And then, but your mentality does not match the way you look, so that's good.
Do you have a plan to get more doggies?
I would love to. I have a whole farm if I could, but you wouldn't let me.
I actually tried to get. I found a Pomeranian.
It would be hard, actually.
I found a Pomeranian that needed a home. It was like.
Oh yeah, you did.
It wasn't a puppy, and it needed a home, and it was white. It was amazing, and he wouldn't let me have it. But I'm glad you said no.
We do travel a lot for work, and my parents have to look after them when we're away. So.
Are you guys thinking about having kids?
All the time. I'm the first one that says it, but.
You should talk to them, not me.
Yeah, but I don't feel like there's anyone there.
I know.
Maybe we should put a picture with loads of little people there. So I feel more.
So are you thinking about having kids?
Yeah, I'd love kids. That's it, yeah.
So why don't you have one?
Well, need to get working, but Claire is.
Because I answered this earlier, and I want to see if you match the same answer.
Very competitive and very work dedicated. Like when she starts something, she needs to be the best. She needs to be work really hard for it. So she's still in that mode where she needs to. I
just want to highlight that I'm competitive with myself, not others.
Yeah, no, but for your blog, you want it to be the best.
Yeah, I'm competitive with myself.
And you spend 100% of your time in the blog making it as good as you can, and we need to cut back that 100% and leave 20% for family.
Yeah, but family need more than 20%.
Well, no, I'll give 100%, just 20% for you.
If you could retire tomorrow, what would you do? Travel and buy dogs and look after dogs. I can answer that for you.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, I need food.
Do you have any siblings?
I have a sister. Older, but looks younger.
Looks really like him. What characteristics did your wife have that made you fall in love with her?
We've already answered that.
So just bullet point it then.
Characteristic. It's like a gig hidden in a bimbo body.
Yeah!
Yes!
How many kids do you want?
2's fine, a boy or girl.
How many relationships did you have before marrying?
Not many. I'm not like those guys.
He was actually perfect for me because he had 2 long-term relationships, which I really liked about him. And just to be honest, because we're always honest, aren't we?
Yeah.
Gonna answer honestly.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
He was single. You were single for 2 years before you met me, weren't you?
1, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, 1 and a bit. And I think that's really important. Like, I feel comfortable that he had 2 long-term relationships and like a year of messing around, because I feel like even you said that every man needs that.
Oh, everyone needs that. Yeah.
I never had that.
You're not a man.
Yeah, so I think men, because I don't think girls need that. And he had to get that out of his system, if you know what I mean.
Between 18 and whenever you meet the one.
I was 20. You was 25 when.
No, between when you're 18 to whenever you meet the one, you need to have had 1 or 2 years of fun, or otherwise you'll regret it all your life.
Yeah, so he did that, and just as he was sick of it, he met me. So it's perfect. Okay. And I actually met his ex-girlfriend, didn't I? I met her.
Yeah.
And I actually really liked her.
Yeah.
We went to a house party, and it really made me like his friends, and his friends like would say a lot about him. I don't think you know this, but I had a similar situation where an ex-boyfriend of mine, they were best friends, and I became basically best friends with the girlfriend. We'd do everything together, and then when we broke up, they kind of just ousted me, replaced me with the new girl, and even when they had like house parties, I was still not allowed around, and it was just really horrible of them, said a lot about them. And then he took me to a house party, and he said to me, just to let you know that we were a couple with my ex, and we used to go out with these 2 all the time, and just to let you know, my ex is going to be there because they're still friends. And it made me really respect them, because they hadn't ousted this ex-girlfriend, and she was really nice to me, and we got on really well, didn't we?
Very nice.
And she was quite similar to me, not as bimbo looking. Yeah, we were both like feisty, loud, like, I don't know, I thought we were quite similar, but yeah, maybe not in every way. What is your least favourite personality quirk that Claire has, and your favourite? So what do you dislike, be careful, about me, and what do you like about me?
Let's talk about what I like.
Okay. Maybe we should end on a good note, but okay, whatever you think. I know one thing you don't like about me.
What?
There's quite a few, but one thing that you really don't like about me is that I don't relax, and I'm always like, you really hate
she's
that.
too stressed. Like,
which can make other people
stressed.
I
would say sometime I'm the extreme, and like look at the wall, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's nothing, not thinking of anything, not doing anything, relaxing. And she's like, how do you do that? How do you do that? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, thinking of that, thinking of that. Should we do that now? Should we do that? Okay, I do it to the extreme where I relax a bit too much, and then 5 hours goes by. But you need to learn how to sometimes take a step back and just think of nothing, relax.
Is there anything else you don't like about me?
So that's one thing. No, I think that's the main thing about you. Stressed. And
I'm a bit moody sometimes.
All girls are moody.
Oh, I'm quite moody.
Yeah, okay, you're on the higher side of the spectrum, but
yeah. And that you like about me?
That I like about you, I like that you look after yourself. You always look gorgeous and marvelous. I love like you have a huge heart.
So juicy.
Like, only found out recently a few charities you donate to, and you haven't even boasted about it to me, saying, oh, they can give money to charities. Some people do. Some you've mentioned recently.
Oh, the one I told you about the other day. Food. What's it called? Food bank. Yeah, so I donated to the food bank, and he didn't know.
Oh yeah, that, and the guy who you said jumped in water and paralyzed his back.
Oh yeah, Henry Fraser.
But the thing is, you don't even tell me; you just do it. And it's just like.
You see, when he's going through like my accounts and stuff, he'll see that. Like, I'll read a tweet and be like, "Oh my god," and like give money.
Yeah, so you've got a big heart, and I do like the fact that you're not a jealous person, because I really dislike jealous.
I'm really relieved I'm not like that either.
It's the worst trait you can have, being jealous or envious. Oh, that's the worst.
Because it can bring you down. Yeah, we're both not bothered, are we? What makes you change profession? What made you change from being a professional trader?
What made you change? Oh, what made me quit being a trader? Okay. But I saw someone there ask, why did I do trading?
Okay. So why did you do it, and why did you quit then?
And someone said, what did I do? What did I study at university? So it's
Okay,
kind
so
of
answer all those three in one then.
chronological thing. So I went to King's College in London after going to the French school, the French lycée in London, and studied chemistry with quantum physics. When I finished, I did a master's in management at Cass Business School, and then got recruited by a bank to become a salesperson.
Someone said, what did you trade?
Yeah, so I got recruited by a bank to work in sales. I wasn't trading at first, I was doing sales of North American equities, specializing in the mining and metal sector. So, which is basically a stockbroker, but selling to fund managers equities in
Okay, bear in mind, most of us are into
metals.
handbags, and we're going to switch off in a minute.
Ah, okay. Okay, so mainly selling shares of metals
And why did you quit?
and mining. No, because then I was a salesperson. And then became a trader, and then from a trader I changed bank to get promoted, and then I thought I'd achieved everything I needed to achieve in the bank.
It's a bit samey, isn't it, every single day, and you don't like that.
No, it's always the same, but the thing is that speaking with everyone I met throughout my career in a bank, is just that the industry has changed a lot. A lot of algorithms and tech people have taken over, and you don't really need a brain to do it. If you're a good bullshitter, and I do get amazed by some people, they're
Yeah, but that's the same in blogging. That's the same
they're
in
really
any
good
industry.
bullshitters.
Okay, next question. Just want to say that you're funny. What are your goals for this year?
My goals, let's try and either get kids, or I want to streamline all the businesses we have, because it's like we're doing so much at the moment, so many different things, and I'm still doing stuff.
I feel like we've just found our feet with all the businesses, and now we're like trying to like get them all. And yeah, we need to streamline them all and work on the new one that's going to be the big and best thing ever, yeah?
Yeah, we've got investments all over the place and need to like streamline everything and put all our time in.
What do you... I just want to get through this quicker.
Okay.
What do you love most about the UK?
Well, that people are genuinely quite relaxed and funny. No, actually, are they funny? A little bit funny, but they're really relaxed. Like if you go to France, everyone's a stress head over there. So that is one reason people say, "Why don't you live in France?" I've seen a few. Is because people are just too stressed. They're too stressed, too angry, too nervous. They're very jealous, and I said I don't like jealousy. And,
Oh yeah, if you have a nice car in Paris, people will literally care just because you've got something that they don't have.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't live in France, and UK is not like that. So.
Okay, how did you teach yourself to edit videos, and did you teach yourself?
Yeah, I did it myself. Well, actually, since I was a kid, I've always been into computers. I had like a Pentium 60 at like 12, but
So this is another example of why we work good together. I'll have all the ideas, and I'll say to him, so I want to be doing this in the video, and then I want you to do this effect, and then I want you to reverse it and slow-mo it, and do this and do that, and then find an effect that does this. And he'll be like, right. And as long as someone's telling him what to do, like I'll come up with the idea, but I can't execute it. He needs to be told the idea, but we'll execute it really well. And if there's an effect that I want and he doesn't know how to do it, he'll just watch a few like tutorials, things like that, and then within a day, literally, he's learnt how to do it, and then he doesn't forget.
yeah, and you need to show me the more creative side of things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to affect thunderstorms on your face and stuff.
Yeah, I
like
have
that.
to reel him back.
Reel him back.
What was the best part of your France wedding? I know what you're gonna say. All your friends come in from around the world.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
all my
I know
friends
that.
are scattered literally around the world. We're all very international and.
Well, all very international.
No, but family and You sounded like I'm boasting, but it's
No,
not.
no, it's the way you said it.
I actually envy people that have all their
No, I
friends
know
and
you
family
do.
in the
I
same
know.
country. Mine,
Like in Essex, it's really a thing that like a boys' night will be like 20 boys.
yeah, I want to go out in Essex.
You would love
I have
that.
one friend, whereas all my
Yeah.
friends are scattered around the world. And on the friends, the family as well. I've got family all over the place, and everyone was there at the same time.
Yeah, I knew that was your favourite thing.
I know. it's
Do
so
you
good.
own Bitcoin?
Do I own Bitcoin? No, but I'm friends with one of the guy that invented Bitcoin, so I know a lot about it. But no, I don't have it.
Do you feel blessed to have Claire?
Do I feel blessed to have Claire? Yeah. Yeah, but I wouldn't be with you if I wasn't blessed.
What makes
to be
you
with
love Claire like you do? I wasn't gonna read that one, but
How
it's,
do I like you? Good.
I guess.
How do I love you?
Okay, don't worry about that one. Where were you born? That's a funny story.
Where were you born?
Hmm.
I was born in Paris, but I was born and stayed there for one day.
So they were living in Moscow. His mum didn't want him to be born in Moscow, so she flew to Paris, gave birth the next day, so she could have given birth on the plane. She's crazy like
It was
that.
Japan Airlines. I could have been Japanese.
And
'Cause you take
oh
the
yeah, yeah,
nationality of the
yeah.
airline.
You have to take the nationality of where you were actually born. And then she flew back to Moscow when he was 1 day old.
Yeah.
Even she says that was crazy.
But yeah, my
Do you fuck? Oh, so you want to say something else?
no, just my dad feels 1,000,000% French, so that's why he also wanted me to have the French
Yeah,
passport,
your
because he
dad is
knew we'd
French,
eventually
French.
come back to France.
Do you and Claire fight a lot in your marriage, and how do you reconcile with each other?
Yeah, we do fight a lot, like every relationship, and punches and plates flying across the room.
Can I answer this one? I have thrown a plate
And
once.
to reconcile,
actually.
I actually attach her with a thick rope I have and lock her in the utility room.
So I'll answer this as well. Everyone argues. Why do you keep clicking?
Because you made me stop biting my nails
He's done really well.
and my
actually.
skin, and it's really hard, and I'm still trying to.
Yes, we do argue, and we do bicker quite a lot. If you was to hang around with us for 1 week, you might think, oh, they bicker a lot, but really, actually, we haven't for ages. But it's really trivial stuff like, I done the dishwasher last. No, you did it, and then we'll both be like, and we're quite like stubborn. No one will just give up, and it's a really trivial thing. So we'll bicker, but we don't have any real problems to argue about, do we? Which is, I'd rather have bickering than like one hideous argument, like someone cheated or something, and really serious. And also for someone that, like, we hang out together, we go to the gym together, like we don't even like have time out and go to the gym separately. We'll go to the gym together, we eat together, we hang out together, we work together, we travel together. We are with each other 24/7 and have been for years. And I'll have the odd time out with my friends, and he'll have the odd night with his friends, but we are together 95% of the time, maybe 98% of the time, and we don't really argue, do we? And we're both quite forgiving. Like, we'll have an argument, and then 5 minutes I'll like, do you want to go to Starbucks? And he's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one part I like about you. You know, how do you say when you keep arguing? Like
Hold grudges.
you don't hold grudges. An argument will end fast. There's many arguments, but they do end fast.
Please do a video where you buy Claire outfits.
We did one, fig leaves. Oh yeah, but it's just underwear and swimwear. But we can do one where I buy you your whole outfits.
Do you often visit your family in France? They live in London.
Oh yeah, no, they live all over the place, but at the moment they're in London.
They live in London most of the year, and then when they're in south of France for summer, we'll go like 2-3 times, won't we?
Yeah.
What was your childhood like?
Privilege.
You can't say that! You can't say that!
Well, it's the truth.
In what way?
Well,
We laugh about it sometimes.
I was probably very spoiled, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I had anything I wanted.
Even attention wise. Like if he does something, I have to be like, well done.
No, that's my Greek side. My mum always like.
No, we laugh about it. Like, I once said to him that Like you know how I said that if I said it in the other video, then maybe you should watch the first one. But I said that I'm really like I'll be walking around Waitrose and I'll be really thankful that I've got whatever I want in there and I don't need to add it all up. And you know, if there's a sofa in there I want to buy, I'll buy it. And I'm really appreciative that I have that. And I said it to him once. I said, are you grateful for the fact that we can just walk around and buy whatever we want, like food shopping, not like everyday shopping, you know, like in Harrods, just food shopping? And he looked at me with kind of like a bale of hay went past. He was like, yeah, doesn't everyone have that? And I have to say to him, no, like not everybody has that. Like I remember being in a supermarket asking for some yogurts and my mum kind of making up an excuse that we couldn't have them, and then like 2 weeks later she was really happy that she got me these yogurts because she could afford extra bits that week. And that's like another world to you, isn't it?
Yeah, but I got to learn this well with you.
Yeah, and it's not all bad, because I was saying earlier that you, because you don't have the stress of it, you bring like fun and more relaxed to balance it out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, I think also I'm really not impressed with money, because
yeah,
I've been very
which is really important thing to say. And also your dad worked for what he had, didn't he? So he also understands that.
Oh yeah, if you want a good example, my dad started as a coal miner when he was 18, and then he
which
went
I think is really important.
Really long way from that. So anyone can make it.
Yeah, and your mum is like just, you know, typical like Mediterranean Greek person who like, you were grounded still, weren't you?
What?
Grounded. You were still grounded. You know what I mean?
When you have to go to the corner? I thought that was
grounded! Yeah, that is true actually. Grounded is when you're not allowed out, not when you go to the corner. We still, after all these years being together, I say slang things that he doesn't get, and that you just witnessed one. No, grounded means that you were kept humble.
Oh. Yeah, I've always been humble.
Yeah, like your family don't have flash cars and stuff like that.
Oh no, that's how they raised me, that's how they raised themselves, but that's because where they come from, so they know the worth of money. And
so I think that is more than enough. We've discussed proposal. I think that's more than enough. We'll be here for ages. So we might put this into one and it might be an hour long, or it might be 2 videos. If it is 2, there'll be another one. I've got about another 100 questions to answer, so let me know if you want me to continue this. Shall we do one more?
Yeah, you've got 1 minute left.
Okay. Who or what inspires you the most? That's just the first one I picked out.
Me.
Oh, so many things inspire me. I can't answer in 1 minute. I can't answer. That's too much pressure. No, too much pressure. Let me know if you want me to answer any more, because there's some really good questions. I hope you found that interesting. Is there anything?
Hope you found that interesting.
Let us know if you want to do another one.
Let us know if you want to do another one.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.